Godzilla Minus One is nominated for an Oscar. One Oscar. I think it should have been nominated for Best Picture. Should have been nominated in many categories. But
Best international film.
Yes, it should have been. It should have been for representing Japan. Yeah. But they always put forth these pretentious kind of like art films that best represent the country rather than the best film from that country. Yeah. This happened last year, the previous Oscars with RRR. If RRR had been nominated on behalf of India, it would have won. It would have won that category handily. As it is, it did win the token, song.
Best song, yeah.
And we'll take it. But I happened to go to a screening of Godzilla Minus One. There was reserved seating in the back for TOHO International, so I just kind of grabbed this. But if you're a member of the channel, go check it out. There's a 35-minute Q&A with the director about Godzilla Minus One. But a very interesting thing happened on the official TOHO YouTube channel. We'll put the link in the description to this. We'll put this link in the description. They did a video. It's a 6-minute video, and I cannot show it to you. And it's the behind the scenes of how they made Godzilla Minus One. But I'm going to show you some screenshots from it. And look at this. 35 people did all these special effects. 1,000 people worked on Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. 610 total special effects shots, which were done in 8 months, Alan. 8 months. How did they do it? Well, I'll tell you exactly how they did it. Efficiency. And they visually represent this by showing you this is how normally a special effects team works, right? You've got the director, then you've got like a supervisor and a manager and a production coordinator and a blah, 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 blah. All these middle management you don't need. So this is what it normally a team would look like, right? A lot of bloat, which is like why Disney exists. And what he did was they actually show them drawing. They draw out this really cool thing where you see like how much bloat there is. And then he just folds the paper and shows you like, yeah, the director just worked directly with the artists. And how did the director do that? Very simple. So it's like you cut out the middle management. The director is the VFX supervisor. I mean, ultimately, the director should be, because the director should be approving shots. So how did he do it? They literally got a one room. So they all worked in one room together. And then the director got like this chair that had wheels, and they show him like wheeling around from station to station. It's really funny, actually. So you see like the director just like wheeling from station to station, like, oh, what's going on here? There he is. So it says this eliminated downtime. He goes through, he in 6 minutes, something that could save Hollywood tens of millions of dollars by showing how inefficient Hollywood is and how most of Hollywood middle management jobs are about justifying why you have a job, which is why idiots speak up at meetings. I know anyone who's worked in the corporate space, the person who always feels like they have to contribute something, but really they never have good ideas. That's most of the people you work with. Okay. A lot of times, you know what? Listen, learn, move on. But also what I found interesting, which is why I think why so many of the visual effects in Godzilla Minus One work so well, is because the way it was done. And by that, I mean, specifically, they used a lot of practical sets. So if this is why it felt so real. So all the actors were in practical sets that were built, right? Very rarely were they against a green screen solely. So they would build the set as you see here. So it's a combination of, it says combination of cranes and actor performances to create the illusion of movement. So this is like all they built of that giant ship, and they're on the ship and it's all green screen. They just fill it in, right? So it feels like they're on it because they're actually on a set that matches. And he talked about this actually during the you can see the Q&A in the members only area. He talks about how they didn't have enough money to build a train car for the one scene with the girl on Nariko. She's in the train car. So they built one seat. That's how much money they had.
Oh, wow.
One seat, and then built it around that. It actually makes it, and then they just filled in the rest with fake. But this is how they did all of these visual effects scenes. It's an amazing video. We'll put the link in the description, and it's just very inspiring. Godzilla Minus One, not just for the accomplishment of what the movie is, but also how they did these special effects. Under 15 million total for the whole movie. And then it's just efficient where we're just like, we're just gonna go. It's going back to old school. And in a way, it almost reminds me of kind of like how Walt, you would have insight into this, Alan, how Walt Disney used to, do animated projects.
Right.
It was
Mary Poppins. Mary Poppins is an example of that.
Right. So any commentary on this, and you can watch the video. I think I sent it to you.
Yes.
I'd like to get your commentary.
I would too, once I watch it. But I think it's amazing. I believe now more than ever, the future of movies is going to be independent film. I think the big studios are about to implode upon itself, and people are getting wise to it, which is why I think social media has become much more toxic, because they're getting their goons out and going after people, constantly causing us to be off balance by dropping little things that will set us off and divide us further. Yeah. Well, I spent way too much time on X last night.
all I can say is this: Godzilla Minus One is an achievement. I hope that it gets the recognition it deserves at the Oscars. Join us at our Oscars watch party on March 10th. So there you go.